These are some Dinar Guru updates. Starting off with Caparoni. From time to time, people ask me why they just don't float the currency now. Part of the reason is because this is on Iraq's timetable. But most importantly, Iraq needs to create the engine to drive the economy forward first and foremost. Once they do, they can float the currency and let market forces dictate the rate. That engine is a process of passing laws, creating a suitable business environment, and encouraging a diverse market economy. Be assured everything Iraq is doing is being watched by professional organizations such as the IMF and World Bank. Pimpy article quote, Vietnam dong seen weakening next year on deficit, FDI HSBC Vietnam. They think the Vietnam dong next year is going to lose some of its value. Wow. How much? Quote, Vietnam dong's currency is expected to weaken to 23,000 per US dollar from 22,700 currency. Vietnam, they're slowing down just a little bit. They were really doing so good. They were really rocking and rolling, but just had gotten hit by the coronavirus. It looks like the corona is doing the damage that it was doing to the rest of the countries. Frank26 says there are no 800 numbers, although wouldn't it be something if the United States Treasury was to put out an 800 number to help you exchange your dinars? If I was the U.S. Treasury, I would do that. Call me Mr. and Mrs. Dinar Holder. I'll tell you what bank to go to. The U.S. Treasury is going to be so desperate to help Joseph Biden because he's spending money left and right. If you want to exchange in an American bank, go for it. In a bank outside of the United States of America, go for it. It's your prerogative. All right, Mark Z via PDK that says they still believe they will be starting at any moment and wrapped up, even with all the groups, by October 1st. All right, Bruce via Wiser Now said we did hear today from a qualified source that everything is ready to go and it could go at a moment's notice. This blessing we are waiting for us is upon us. We believe that we will have this in the next couple of days. Right, Bob the Taxman says keeping your taxes as low as possible saves you money. Cashing in. My suggestion, if you just have a small amount of IQD, just cash in enough to meet your goals. You want to reduce those taxes as much as possible. For example, I'm going to say $1 just for a number. I think it's going to be lower than that, but for calculation purposes, I'm going to say $1. Let's say it does come at $1, and let's say you got 2 million IQD. If you run off and cash that in, remember you bumped over $400,000 mark. You also got that extra 3% tagged on there, and you got the state coming after you as well. You lost. Only cash in just enough to take care of the things you want to get done, to get some professional help, and if you're going to buy a home, borrow the money. Borrow it. Believe me, the interest rates are a heck of a lot lower than the taxes are by a long shot. And then when you do cash in, pay the freaking taxes. Pay those taxes immediately. You don't need to have the IRS show up. And then what happens? All those things that you bought have to be sold in order to satisfy a tax liability. All right, Frank 26 article quote, Al Amiri promises the Lord of the land promising plan and pledges to end the occupation of the dinar. Quote, the plan induces the development of the industrial and banking sectors, accompanied by practical sovereignty of the national product, pledging to end the external occupation of the Iraqi dinar by certain and specific countries. The national product is the nation's currency. This politician is saying the CBI is now in total control of its nation's currency. No one outside of Iraq no longer has control of the CBI and the IQD. All right, Dinar Guru 2% rule update. Thanks to Dinar Guru community member Sean John, we have more information on the 2% rule numbers. The CBI reported August market rate as $1,475.14, but we still have a problem. We don't have the daily market rate numbers. The CBI may have stopped posting them because they're not needed now, but we don't know. On a monthly basis, The dinar has been in compliance with the 2% rule since January 2021, but we know they fell out of compliance for a few weeks in May to June, but for the month stayed within compliance. Does the IMF go by monthly or daily numbers? We don't know. Has the CBI dropped the daily numbers for a reason? We don't know. This is something we how to learn shortly. Stay tuned as the gurus chime in on the subject. Let's see here, and that is it for today.